Cognizant to the needs of our learners, parents, and teachers, the Department of Education provided us with powerful tools for productivity that will allow us to foster critical thinking skills, problem-solving skills, communication and collaboration skills to be compassionate, responsible global citizens. Join us and discover new ideas in our series of professional development training program with the ICTS EdTech Unit and Microsoft Education Philippines. Together, we will equip our learners and empower our fellow educators for a dynamic future. Para sa bata, para sa bayan, at para sa guro. Sulong Edukalidad. Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gap where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Big hi and powerful hello everyone. Good afternoon, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Welcome to this episode of TLE Front Office Services for Grade 9. I am Tutor Teresa from SDO Cavite Province, and with me is my partner.
Yes, best afternoon to everyone, to all of our online tutees all over the Philippines and all over the world. Yes, smile and shine. We already experienced the cooler winds, right, Tutor Teresa? And I really feel the chilly weather. Actually, this morning, when I woke up, napakanta si Tutor Grace like this.
Sample Tutor
Malamig
Grace.
ang Yes, like this. Malamig ang simoy ng hangin, kaya ng bawat damdamin. And just, yes, and just like the little song, I'm so happy tomorrow is birthday. Grace will celebrate her 34th birthday. And of course, I'm glad that we are able to have another session again for grade 9 for front office services this Friday. And I hope that today you all doing great, bring a lot of smile and gain new learnings from us. And of course, the weather is so lovely like my partner, Tutor Teresa. Anyway, I'm Tutor Grace of SDL Santiago City. Happy watching!
Advance happy birthday, Tutor Grace, and advance Merry Christmas sa lahat ng ating
Thank
mga
you.
tutis, mga online viewers, at sa lahat po ng mga nandito ngayon sa atin with us in our ETUlay. Okay, so wag na nating patagalin ito, Tutor Grace. For the whole second quarter, our topic will be
Yes.
on providing accommodation and reception services. And as what we kept on telling you since our week 1, hotel guests notice our manners and services. That is why providing accommodation and reception services in a hotel or in any accommodation business is a very important role. And we are now down to week 4, and our topic for this afternoon is entitled Generating and Checking Guest Accounts for Accuracy. But before we proceed on that, let's have a review of our previous week's discussion. Tutor Grace?
Yes, but before that, for us to have many or to have more classmates for today episode, duties, don't forget to share or to click the share button to your friends and classmates. Okay, review of week 3 session. So, discuss the general step in maintaining guest information directory, and also Tutor Teresa and I discuss the guest checkout procedure. Okay, so moving on.
Shout out muna tayo sa ating mga viewers. Happy watching po to all our educational leaders, co-teachers,
Yes.
sa ating mga students, especially from my advisory class, grade 12 Kamandag of Ternate West National High School. Happy watching also to my partner here, Tutor T, RJ Telia, also to our supportive educational leaders, to my PSDS, Sir Arnel P. Zapanta, and to my school head, Sir Ferdinand T. Iglesia, and to the TLE teachers of Ternate West National High School. Pakisend niyo po ito sa ating mga duties o sa ating mga learners para po additional kadagdagan, additional no, sa kanilang mga learnings. Okay. So, let's have the objectives
Yes,
for
Tutor
this
Teresa. And of
afternoon.
course, okay, Tutor Teresa, I would like also to greet my regional supervisor. He's watching now. Hello, Sir Leslie Dulong, and also to all my division supervisor, TLA supervisor. Walang iba po kundi si Sir Carlos Mateo at ang aming school head, Ma'am Elsa Tera, and especially to all the duties that regularly joining us every 2:20 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, ano nga ba ang objectives natin ngayon, Tutor Teresa?
So our objectives for this afternoon are the following. We hope that our dear tutees would understand the process of guest accounting, and the second one, to follow correct accounting procedures. So medyo nakakasakit sa ulo no minsan kapag naririnig natin yung salitang accounting kasi merong mathematics involved. But in this session, madali lamang po siya. So
Yes.
keep on watching hanggang sa dulo or hanggang sa magtapos po ang session na ito. Sana po samahan niyo po kami ni Tutor Grace. Okay, let's have first our pre-test. Number 1, paki-comment niyo po kung ano ang inyong mga sagot.
Yes.
O kung ano ang letra, titik, letter of your answer to this
Tama.
question. Okay, number 1, a type of
Okay, you
financial
may answer.
transaction.
Okay.
Okay, number 1, a type of financial transaction where an amount is to be received by the guest from an amount is to be received by the hotel from the guest. Is it A, accounts payable, letter B, accounts receivable, or letter C, cash transaction? So what do you think is the answer to this question? Let us know, dear tuties. Okay. So, wag na nating patagalin pa. Ang tamang
And
sagot
the
po
answer or the
ay
correct answer is letter
letter B, accounts receivable. So,
tama.
sa lesson natin,
Account receivable.
as we proceed in our lesson, malalaman o maiintindihan natin ano ba itong mga terms na ito. Okay, question number 2, Tutor Grace.
Okay, Tutor Teresa. Number 2, for our pre-test, this type of transaction would include only allowances or discount given by the hotel. A, account payable. B, account receivable. Or C, cash transaction. So ano ba ang tamang sagot? You may comment your answer in the comment section down below.
Shout out po tayo sa mga students din from Noveleta National High School and with their school head, Ma'am Nurse Norilyn Narciso, and sa lahat po ng mga teachers ng Noveleta National High School from SDO Cavite Province. Hello po! Okay, Tutor Grace?
Yes, and the correct answer is Letter, taran! The correct answer is letter A, account payable, and you are correct.
Okay.
Okay, how
Moving
about
on.
number 3, Tutor Teresa?
Yes, Tutor Grace. So moving on, question number 3 for the pretest. This refers to the transaction in which the guest pays cash to the hotel. Is it A, accounts payable, B, accounts receivable, or letter C, cash transaction? May comment dito, oh, I love you, Ma'am Teres, from Sir RJ Talia. Sir, matagal pa ang Valentine's Day.
How
Joke
sweet.
lang. Mm-mm. Natutuwa ako sa ating mga cuties kasi tahimik
Tutor,
sila
nagbablush ka.
ngayon.
Nagbablush ang iyong mga cheek.
Ay, nako.
Yes.
Tahimik ang ating
Nagbablush
mga
si Tutor
cuties.
Teresa. Okay, so
Baka,
the correct answer, oo nga eh, tahimik. Nilalamig din sila or giniginaw sa lugar nila. Like
o baka
Tutor Grace.
natatahimik.
Okay, so the correct answer for, yes, so the correct answer is letter
Letter C, cash transaction. Ayan, mga
C.
cuties, nag-warm
Yes,
up
and you
lamang
are
po
correct.
tayo dahil medyo may kasamang math yung pagiging front office staff natin. Dito po tayo. I mentioned earlier about accounting. So let us first define what is an account. From the word accounting, what is an account? Tutor Grace, ano bang nararamdaman ninyo dati nung kayo pa estudyante bago tayo magpatuloy? Kapag medyo mathematics ang pinag-uusapan. Kasi ako, aminado ako, ako yung silent type lang sa classroom namin, lalo na kapag mathematics na pag sinabing accounting na yan.
Yeah. Actually, Tutor Teresa, isa sa mga favorite subject ko ang math sa kabaligtaran.
Wow!
Joke, okay. So,
Tayo, tayo,
kapag
tayo.
when I hear the word account or yes, when I hear the word account or mathematics, sobra akong nagtatago na kasi doon ako umuupo sa likod. Ayaw akong matawag ni teacher kasi nga hindi ako ganun kahusay pagdating sa math. Pero iniisip ko na lang, paborito ko tong subject na to, alampasin. Kaya ngayon, ituturo natin ano ba yung account or guest accounting sa front office services. Ano nga ba, Reza?
Okay, thank you so much, Tutor Grace, for sharing your experience. No? So sana kapulutan siya ng aral ng ating mga tuties na you have to face your fear. Katulad ng ginawa ni Tutor Grace, kahit natatakot siya, inaral niya. Para ngayon may maituturo na siya, di ba? Okay, so when we say account, it is a record of business transactions. And not only that, on this is a document of financial data where records are kept and summarized. No? So, basta isipin lang natin, account, record of business transactions. Yun lamang yun. And then, sa front office view naman, pag sinabi natin guest accounting, the term guest accounting refers to the knowledge of what is to be received from the guest and what is paid by the guest. So, ganun lang po siya. Yung babayaran mo, yung matatanggap ng hotel na amount galing dun sa ibabayad mo. So, yun, plus minus lamang po tayo. Kaya wag tayong mag-alala dito. And how important is guest accounts in hotel operations, Tutor Grace? Sa tingin niyo po kaya, sa ating mga dear tuties, you may also comment your answers. Sa tingin ninyo, gaano ka-importante? How important is guest accounting in hotel operations? Tutor Grace, do you have any idea to this?
Yes, Tutor Teresa. So it is very important of a guest account in a hotel operation. So it records all financial transaction of a guest from check in until checkout. So, bilang isang front desk officer, balang araw, kailangan ninyo, dear cuties, na malaman ano nga ba yung guest accounting or guest account. So, it is a complied only basis of a guest. Okay? So, syempre, napaka-importante nito, 'di ba, Tutor Teresa?
Yes, Tutor Grace. Ayaw nating malugi ang ating pinagtatrabahuan. Kaya napaka-importante ng accounting. Hindi lamang sa hotel, kundi sa lahat ng mga business establishments. Pero dahil tayo ay nasa front office, sabi nga ni Tutor Grace, it is very important because it records all the financial transactions of the guest from his check-in to check-out. Thank you so much, Tutor Grace, for that wonderful answer. So moving on, let's have the objectives of guest
Yes, moving
accounting.
on to first is maintain account accurate and up-to-date guest account. So it is a very important to maintain and record all up to the amount of the account of the guest. So ibig sabihin kailangan accurate. Kapag sinabing accurate, correct, tama, up-to-date yung mga accounts ng ating guest kasi ito ay napakahalaga. Mahirap na magkamali. So, kailangan i-maintain natin yung accurate and up-to-date guest account. So, yun po, number one. And the other objective is, Tutor Teresa?
Okay, so the second objective of guest accounting is to ensure that payment is received promptly and in full. This is self-explanatory, no? Natanggap ang bayad at hindi labis, hindi rin sobra. Hindi kulang. Parehas lang pala yung labis at sobra, no? Hindi
Yeah.
kulang dahil ano man yung pagkukulang dito, kapag dineclare ni front office staff na ito lang po yung babayaran ni guest, hindi siya naging katulad nga ng sinabi ni Tutor Grace, the first objective, hindi accurate, taliwas doon sa pagiging accurate, si front office staff ang makakaltasan. So this is the second objective of guest
Tama.
accounting. Ensure that payment is received promptly and in full. The third objective is, Tutor Grace.
Yes, the third objective of guest accounting is to provide the management with accurate and up-to-date financial reports. Katulad ng aking paliwanag kanina, number one objective. So kailangan, as a front desk staff, kailangan i-provide natin sa management yung tama at up-to-date financial report ng ating mga guests. So kailangan yung records nila is maging maayos at up-to-date. Ibig sabihin, up-to-date siya sa mga ginagawa ng isang guest. Halimbawa, yung mga bills niya, yung mga napuntahan niyang lugar, doon lahat sa account report ng isang guest.
Exactly, Tutor Grace. So this should be
Tutor Teresa?
properly. Exactly, Tutor Grace. So the accounts of the guests should be properly documented and updated. Ayan. So moving on, let's have acceptable modes of bill settlement. Napahapyawang discussion na natin ito in our first quarter. Pero since you are dealing with settling accounts, guest accounting, i-recall natin, ano-ano ba, sa papaanong paraan ba, pwedeng mag-settle ng bill si guest. So it is quite common that the guest determine the mode of bill settlement at the time of reservation or at the time of registration. So sa pag-transact, pagbabayad, or kung paano isa-settle ni guest si accounts niya, nasa kanyang yon, kung ano yung mga para sa kanya ay komportable siya. And we have the following, ano yung mode of bill settlement for the guest that is most convenient for him. Number one, we have the cash settlement. Pag sinabi natin cash settlement, hawak yung pera, ibabayad siya. Okay, the second one, we have the traveler's check. The third is the personal check. And we also have the debit card. So, pag sinabi nating mga cheque, ito po ay mga individual slip of paper issued by the bank with the account number of the guest. Ito yung kung nakakita na yung ating mga duties, instead of cash, papel lamang po siya na may mga details doon ng account number, anong bangko yung nag-issue ng cheque na yon. Meron dong peso sign kung saan ilalagay mo yung amount ng ibabayad mo, kung kanino mo yung ibibigay. Pwede siyang handwritten actually, itong mga personal checks na ito. And debit card. So a debit card is a payment card that deducts money directly from a consumer's checking account. Para siyang ATM, kaya lang, card siya, pero debit, naka-debit po siya. Another, Tutor Grace, could you add some more to these acceptable modes of bill settlement?
Yes, so pag traveler's check, there are purchase or set amount that can be used by good or services or be exchanged for a cash. And also, yung mga traveler's check is a form of payment issued by financial institution to have these paper check are generally used by the people when traveling to foreign country. So, ito yung mga ginagamit nilang cheque, tutor.
Thank you so much, Tutor
Okay,
Grace.
so we now proceed to we now proceed the other acceptable modes of bills settlement, which is number 5, credit card settlement process. It is one of the most commonly used method of bill settlement by a guest. Yung sa hotel, yung mga karaniwan na ginagamit nila sa pagbayad ng kanilang mga bills. And number 6, travel agent voucher. So, ito naman po yung the voucher allows hotels to collect payment from travel agent beforehand without charging customer. So, a voucher may only cover a certain amount of a service or rate amount of the guest stay depending on the type of voucher. And also, bill to company. A hotel required a written authorization form from the organization to not charge the person who are going to stay in the hotel. The hotel will send the bills directly to the organization. So, meron si company na mga uh, reward para sa kanyang mga empleyado. So, yung pagstay sa hotel, so, na yung ng bayad yung pinagstayan niyang guest sa hotel. So, or yung binigyan niya ng reward. And last is the foreign currency settlement. So, ito sa mga acceptable modes of bills na nasa-settle sa isang hotel ng mga front desk staff. That's all, Tutor Teresa. May dadagdag ka pa po ba?
Thank you so much, Tutor Grace. Naalala ko lang din nung pumunta tayo last quarter sa isang hotel in Manila, sa Mela Hotel. Nakita ko lang, napansin ko lang yung GCash
Yes.
accepted here. Naalala ko lang. So, may mga hotel na gumagamit na rin sila ng
Ay,
mga
oo.
e-money, transfer of funds through GCash, things like that. So, yun, acceptable na rin po yan, lalo na ngayon na iniiwasan natin yung direct contact. Yun lang po, Tutor Grace. So moving on, let's have the concepts in processing guest accounting. So we will not teach you the how of addition and subtraction, which is the fundamental operation in accounting. Pero ituturo namin o ipapaliwanag po namin, dear tuties, ano ba yung mga konsepto na nakapaloob habang pinoproseso natin itong mga guest accounts na ito. So number 1, we have financial transaction creation and maintenance of accurate accounting details. So isipin natin kapag tayo ay Ayan, nagde-debit, nagki-credit, or tumatanggap ng payment, partial man yan or full payment from the guest, or kaya naman ay sinusulat natin sa guest folio yung mga chinarge nila sa kanilang accommodation from other parts of the hotel such as restaurant or the bar. Kailangan po sa pag-create ng mga ito, accurate po yung mga detalye. As easy as that. It should be accurate. Kung medyo yung penmanship natin ay hindi kalinawan, may mga instances kasi na may mga hotel pa na katulad ko dati, 2008, I work as a front office staff at wala pa namang computerized system noon sa front office kung saan ako nag-work. So we do it manually, magsusulat talaga ng mga numbers. So aayusin talaga yung penmanship kasi i-endorse mo rin yun sa next front office on duty. Baka yung 7 ko mapagkamalang 9. 'Di ba? O yung 5 ko mukhang 0, things like that. So financial transaction, creation, and maintenance of accurate accounting details should be within you as a front office staff. Lagi mong isa-isip iyon. Accurate po yung paggawa mo ng mga dokumentong ito. Ayan, Tutor Grace, could you add some more to this?
Yeah, so the other concept in processing guest accounting is making of necessary documents and recording of transaction on relevant documents. So, like for instance, a good source document should describe the basic facts of the transaction, such as the date, the purpose, and involved in the transaction. Of course, some examples of a good source document include the bank account. So, kailangan bilang isang front desk staff, kailangan relevant yung documents mo sa account ng ating mga guests. Andun yung date, yung amount, at saka yung purpose at kung sino yung guest and of course their bank account. So, making of necessary document and recording of transaction on relevant documents. Kailangan tandaan ng ating mga future FOS balang araw yung relevant document. So, yun po. And the other concept is, Tutor Teresa,
Okay, so moving on, the third concept in processing guest accounting is ensuring internal control, checking, and establishing the accuracy of the recorded transaction. Ano tong internal control na ito? So as a front office staff, ikaw kasi yung may hawak ng records nila. Ikaw rin yung kakausapin ni accountant or ni hotel accountant kapag may mga discrepancies. So you have to establish the accuracy of the recorded transaction. Self-explanatory and similar like in the first concept. Kailangan ma-ensure mo na tama ito, accurate itong mga to, up-to-date itong mga to. Yung mga records na yan, kahit papel lamang yan, minsan maliit lang na papel yan, lalo na yung mga ipina-charge nila sa room nila. These are important. Numbers are important in the front office. Ayun po. Fourth concept, Tutor Grace. Wala ka, Tutor Grace. Are you here with me? So, shout out muna tayo kay Ma'am Grace Curtis and Linda Morris. Ano ba yung Bartek? Hindi po ako familiar with that. Hello, Tutor Grace.
Teresa.
Hindi kita narinig, Tutor Grace. So, dear tuties, things like this happens for once in a while. Tutor Grace, come again po sa concept number 4. Dear, hindi ko siya naririnig. Hello po.
Hello po, rinig po ba?
Ay,
Yes, Tutor
ayan.
Teresa, I'm here. I'm so
Kala ko iniwan
sorry
mo na
for
ako eh.
my, yeah. Okay, so pasensya po, medyo ang gamit ko ngayon, hindi siya laptop, kundi tablet lang. So, the other concept in processing guest accounting is number 4, settlement of the accounts which may be cash or credit payment. So, kailangan ang isang front desk staff ay aware din siya sa mga sa pagbayad ng ating mga guests kung ito ba ay through cash or credit card. So, ayun po, kailangan front desk cashier yung pag-settle ng mga bills ng ating mga through cash or credit card. Okay?
Exactly, Tutor Grace.
Tutor
Kasi
Teresa?
tinatanong ng front office staff how they would like to settle their bills. So, kailangan alam din po natin or knowledgeable tayo with this. So, moving on, dahil alam na po natin itong mga konsepto na to, pag-aralan naman natin the different types of financial transaction. So, we have here the picture of the word accounting. Before I teach, nag-accounting staff din ako at masasabi ko, dear tuties, madali lang ito. Kaya samahan niyo po kami hanggang sa dulo. Huwag nating isiping komplikado ito dahil pagdating sa pera, lahat matalino. Diba, Tutor Grace? So, these are the different types of financial transaction.
Tama, gusto
Number
ko yan,
1,
Tutor Teresa.
saan po, Tutor Grace?
Yes. Gustong-gusto ko yung sinabi mo na pagdating sa pera, matalino tayo. So, ganun din ang mga front desker natin, mga dear cuties, balang araw. Why sila pagdating sa guest accounting? Kaya kailangan talagang alerto ka dito sa pagiging FOS mo someday. Okay, so number 1 is, okay, I
Okay,
will read accounts receivable. Yeah. Account receivable or financial transaction where amount is to be received by the hotel from the guest or guest has to pay. And these are called account receivable for the hotel. Meaning to say, it is ito yung mga kailangan ng bayaran ng ating mga guests or any amount of money owned by the guest or purchase made by credit or meaning to say, kailangan nila our guest has to pay. Ito na yung word clue for the accounts receivable or yes, Tutor Teresa?
go ahead, Tutor
Or
Grace.
any balance of money due yes, for goods or sa hotel used by not yet paid for the guest, by the guest rather. So, eto yung mga payment na bayaran ng isang guest pag stay. So, guest has to pay. This is the term or type of financial transaction which it refers to account
Oo,
nawawala ako
Tutor Grace. Yes, okay lang po yan. So
naghahanga.
long as you are with me, we're okay. So accounts receivable, sabi nga ni Tutor Grace, ito yung mga babayaran ni guest. Ito yung mga kukolektahin ni hotel. Kaya siya receivable kasi matatanggap mo siya as the front office staff in behalf of the hotel. Wala pong free pag pumunta ka sa hotel. Lahat yan may bayad. So the guest has to pay for all the services. Ayun po. So, basta wag tayong mawawala sa cash flow. Ano lang to, madali lamang po ito. Para lang tayong pumunta sa market, may kinuha tayong item, babayaran natin sa counter. Receivable po iyon ng hotel kapag tayo ay magbabayad. Bayarin natin iyon kapag tayo naman yung na-account nila kung alam yun, kung magkano iyon. Ganun lamang po ito. So the second type of financial transaction is the accounts payable. Accounts payable refers to those transactions where the guest pays to the hotel against his outstanding balance. Or para mas maliwanag po, May mga cases kasi na sa hotel, nagbibigay sila ng discounts, especially kapag may mga promos like ngayon po, mga Christmas seasons para mag-engganyo sa kanilang mga clients or maraming mag-avail ng mga guests. So, halimbawa, in their first night of stay, fixed amount yung babayaran nila. And then on the succeeding nights of their stay, merong discount like 10% or 20%. So, iyon po ay hindi babayaran in full ni guest, tama? Kundi ang babayaran niya po ay kung magkano ang naiwan after i-deduct yung kanyang discount. So, accounts payable, kasi sa transaction or balance sheet ni hotel, ni front office staff, hindi siya literally na magbabayad kay guest ha, si hotel hindi literally na magbabayad. Pero diniduct po yung naibigay nila na discount kay guest, and bahala na si front office para mag-declare na ito ay accounts payable. Meaning, nagbayad naman talaga si guest, pero doon sa binigay nilang discount, payable doon, ang magbabayad doon ay si hotel. Ayun po, sana naging maliwanag ang
Right, Tutor
pagpapaliwanag ko sa
Teresa.
accounts payable. So, Tutor Grace, could you add some more to this
Yes,
accounts
Tutor
payable?
Teresa. Yes, yes, I would like to share my experience regarding payable. So, ito yung time na nag-check-in kami. So, saktong-sakto, nung time ng check-in namin, nung pangalawang araw, nagbigay ba naman ng discount si hotel kasi anniversary ng hotel. So, ang nangyari,
Wow.
10% discount. So, ang saya-saya ng pakiramdam ni Tutor Grace. So, yung 3,000 pesos ay na-discountan siya ng 10%, so less 300. So, ang babayaran na lang ni guest ay 2,700 at magiging charge na kay hotel yung 300 pesos. So, ganun po yon. So, ang
Exactly.
saya-saya kapag nakatao. Yes, nataon nyo na may mga anniversary ang hotel, celebrate something na, or may mga promo, Christmas season, Valentine's Day, Teacher's Day, yan yung mga promo si hotel na pwede natin i-grab. Yes. That's all, Tutor
Mm-mm.
Teresa. Sorry,
Thank you
gahang
so much,
ako.
Tutor
Hindi ko
Grace.
pa ako
Oo nga po, Tutor Grace, pero okay lang po yan. You are heard loud and clear, kaya dyan lang po kayo. Huwag nyo kaming iiwan. Next is we have the third type of financial transaction. We have the cash transaction. So from the first word itself, it's cash. The guest pays cash to the hotel. Ano man yung transaction na ginawa niya, nagpa-room service siya, registration niya, nagbayad na siya lahat ng cash, nag-avail siya ng laundry services, cash yung binayaran, so that is cash transaction. Ayun po. So moving on, let's have activities in which the instruction is you will just determine the type of transaction in the following scenario. So number 1, let me read po their duties, and kung ano po yung sagot niyo po dito, please comment them or send us your answers through the comment section below. Number 1, a guest goes to the hotel restaurant and consumes food and drinks and charge it to his room. So tatlo lamang po yung pagpipilian natin. Is it accounts receivable, accounts payable, or cash transaction? So ano ba yung ating clue dito? Pumunta si guest sa restaurant ng hotel, kumain siya, may in-order siyang foods and drinks, and charge it to his room. Probably baka naiwan niya yung wallet niya or bag niya sa room niya, no? So ano kaya yung tamang sagot dito, dear tutis? Anong
Yes.
type of transaction ito? Okay, so let's see. The correct answer is...
Okay, so there is
Okay, the answer is
accounts
accounts
receivable, and you are
receivable.
correct.
Thank you, Tutor Grace. So, accounts receivable kasi ito ay kokolektahin ni front office staff from the guest. Ngayon, paano kukolektahin? Tutor Teresa, Tutor Grace, hotel restaurant naman yan, di ba? Okay, so to give you eye view of what is happening sa hotel. So, merong mga designated people sa bawat area or sa bawat department. So, nagkataon dito restaurant. So, basically, sa hotel restaurant, doon natin makikita yung mga may cashier doon, yung mga nagsiserve, yung mga in charge sa food service. So, mag-order, usually mag-order, tatawagin si waiter, ganyan, o kaya si bartender kung sa mga drinks. And then, pagdating sa cashier, ano nangyayari? Sasabihin nila, charge it to his room. So, anong gagawin ni cashier? 'Di ba may invoice na i-issue kung magkano lahat yung na-consume. Ngayon, itatawag niya ito kay front office. So, i-verify niya kung meron bang naka-in-house or naka-check-in na ganitong pangalan. O kung meron man, charge sa kanya itong certain amount na ito. Ipapadala ni cashier sa front office ang resibo at i-attach po iyon sa guest folio ni guest. So, napaka-crucial po ito, no? Sometimes, I experience this one, nagkakasabay-sabay. Merong nasa bar, may nasa restaurant, meron pang nag-avail ng mga pool, depende pa sa guest mo, may mga naka-in-house, may mga naka-walk-in, kaya dapat hindi makakalimutan kung nagpa-charge sa room or kaya naman ay itinawag ni ganitong department, huwag nating makakalimutan. And all these are accounted as accounts receivable. Ayun po, dear tuties. So moving on, let's have activity number 2.
Yes, Tutor
Grace.
Teresa. Yes, napakahusay ng iyong pagpapaliwanag tungkol sa account receivable. At for our activity number 2, a guest 10% discount at the second night of stay in the hotel. Naku, parang familiar to sa akin. Number 2, ito yata yung example ko kanina. Ano nga to? Duties. Okay, ito ba ay account receivable, accounts payable, or cash transaction? Okay, so wag na natin patagalin pa. The correct answer is taran! Okay, Tutor
The
Teresa.
correct answer
Accounts
is
payable. And you,
accounts payable. Go ahead, Tutor Grace.
okay. Yes, Tutor Teresa. So, yun nga po, katulad ng example ko, itong I guess avail the 10% discount kapag ang isang guest nag-avail siya ng discount or any promo offered by the hotel, ito po ay babayaran lang niya yung or ililess dun sa bayaran niya yung discount na binigay ni hotel. So, ang tawag po dun is accounts payable. Okay? Are the other activity, Tutor Teresa?
Okay, thank you so much, Tutor Grace. I hope maliwanag po ito sa ating mga dear tuties. Napakaklaro naman ang pagpapaliwanag ni Tutor Grace. And for activity number 3, again, determine the type of financial transaction, whether it be accounts receivable, accounts payable, or cash transaction. Number 3, a guest avails laundry services and charge it in his guest folio. Halimbawa, aalis sila, lalabas sila ng hotel pero may mga gusto siyang ipa-laundry. And then sabi niya pagtapos na, iwan mo na sa front office at i-charge siya sa kanya. So, anong kayang financial transaction ito? Okay, the correct answer is, you are right, it's accounts receivable. Okay, moving on. Number 4, Tutor Grace.
Yes, number 4, a guest goes to the hotel bar and is served with food and drinks and pays it in a cash. So what do you think is the correct answer? Okay, so the correct answer is, Tutor Teresa,
The correct answer
start with letter
is,
C.
ayun, napindot ko, Tutor Grace.
Cash. Yes, cash transaction. That is correct. And for the last number,
Okay, for number 5, a guest made an overseas or international call using the hotel's telephone. Example lang, nalobat siya, may tatawagan siya, no? Kasi dati, ito kaya namin kinuhang example ito kasi dati wala pa naman pong mga only call. Wala pa namang internet dati. Okay, so isa ito sa mga naging experience namin in the past wherein kapag may gusto kang tawagan, lalo at overseas, makikigamit ka ng hotel's telephone or sa front desk area. And mind you, back then, you are charged per minute. If I'm not mistaken, dati 25 pesos per minute ang bayad sa mga overseas call. So this one is, pag hindi siya nagbayad ng cash, pina-charge niya, medyo mahaba yung oras ng kanilang kwentuhan. It is accounts receivable. Ayan, thank you,
accounts
dear.
receivable. Yes.
Thank you, dear Tuties, for participation. And shout out muna tayo sa mga teachers and the students of Maranatha Christian Academy or the Neta Campus, Teacher Del Palmero, and also to Ma'am Pastor Marcelo Relucio, the school administrator. So magandang hapon po all the way from Pangasinan. Ayan.
Yes, so that's all for today. And what have you learned from this session? I hope, dearest Judith, that through this session, you learn and understand the process of guest accounting and follow correct accounting procedure. So, always remember, do things today that will make your future self thankful and proud of you. Right, Chita Teresa?
Exactly, Tutor Grace. So, kapag Christmas, naiisip na natin yung mga New Year's resolution. Ang ganda ng sinabi ni Tutor Grace. Do something today that would make your future self proud of you. So, always or strive to be the best version you can be. Tutor Grace, so nakakatuwa. Natututo tayo sa mga life lessons here in ETUlay. So, if you have missed this live session, catch us in the replay in the DepEd EdTech Unit Facebook page, TLE Front Office Services for Grade 9, and also in YouTube, DepEd EdTech Unit. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you again next week. I am Tutor Teresa from SDO Cavite Province, and
And I'm
my
Tutor
partner,
Grace. Yes, and I'm Tutor Grace of SDO Santiago City. Bye!
Thank you so much. See you again next week. Bye!
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay LevelUp. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!